What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the Road to Prestige for Advanced Warfare. Now, if you don't know what this series is about, let me explain it to you real quick. RTP is where I upload the gameplay every time I prestige, and then I analyze the game, the state of it, and show how it, in my opinion, changes every single time I prestige throughout the year until the next Call of Duty comes out and this game is no longer really relevant for a series like this, obviously. So this is technically Season 4. I actually started this series way back when I first started doing YouTube, back when back when Modern Warfare 3 came out. I was doing it on my old channel. I had a channel called Energizer Gaming. Yes, gay name, I know, it's terrible. I originally started that channel. It was going to be me and my friend doing videos and just basically double teaming them, but he didn't really like it as much as he thought he would, or as much as I thought he would, really, and only really ended up doing one or two videos, and it just kind of fell apart from there. So eventually Mr. Ryan, after I'd met him, Mr. Prestigious Key, talked me into basically restarting, because I wasn't that big. I think I had 300, maybe 400 subscribers at that time. But I did have a video that had like 30,000 views. I was like, oh my god. But I restarted the channel with just my gamer tag, Reverend Saint, and that's where we are today, pretty much. And then Season 2 was Black Ops 2, and that came out after I restarted this, or started this channel, and that's where it started here. So that was Season 2, Season 3 was Ghost, and now Season 4 for Advanced Warfare. But without further ado, let's get into this, shall we? Let's start analyzing the crap out of this thing, alright? Or at least my opinion, and you guys get to share yours in the comments below, and I'll respond and stuff like that. So anyway, so far, this game has been super duper fun. That's just the best way I can explain it. It's a ton of fun. Playing solo is great. Playing with friends is great. But it's a competitive FPS. So there's always going to be some sort of issue online. And it's just going to really get on people's nerves and bug people. And this one, obviously, is no exception to the rule. There's tons of issues that the game has. But it's not with core mechanics. Luckily, because this is the first Call of Duty to truly innovate itself. Now, I'm not saying it's innovation within games, because obviously games have done double jumping in FPSs all the time. Like, it's been done for years. But it's just gotten progressively better and better, and I really feel like they really nailed it with this. Now, you could compare it to Titanfall, but Titanfall's a little bit different. Titanfall is wall running, and it's literally about staying up in the air more than it is just movement, whereas this one's more, yeah, adds verticality to it, but it's not focusing on staying off the ground, because if you're on the ground in Titanfall, you're pretty much screwed, in my opinion. But I really enjoy it. It's a ton of fun, but there's issues. So it's not with the core mechanics. Everything works great, which I'm super happy about. It's actually with, you know, what's usually at the forefront of issues with competitive FPSs is balancing and connection. It just seems like they kind of didn't take as much time to polish the game as they should have, probably because they were focusing so much on getting all the crap that they have in the game and then polishing movement, which is very important, because when you have a new mechanic in a game like Call of Duty that's as big and as renowned as Call of Duty, you have to make sure that new mechanic, that new core mechanic, works perfectly. Because if it doesn't, people are going to hate it, they're going to get rid of it, and they're going to go back to the old game. And it's a legit thing to add. It's not like a little gimmick thing either. It's not like, oh, it's a dog. or oh, the fish swim out of the way when you get close, or anything like that. It's a legit core mechanic. But balancing issues, big time. A lot of people are talking about it, but they're talking about it in the wrong way. The BAL, or the BALZZ, as me and my friend have started calling it, the BALZZ, i.e., or basically the, you know, title of the video, BALZZ to the wall. It's completely overpowered. Like, holy crap, the fire rate is too high, the damage is too high, it's too dead accurate. There's like no kick in this game anyway. It's too freaking good. They need to nerf it. They need to nerf that, slightly nerf the AK-12. Just give it some kick, and I think the AK-12 is solid. But the BALZZ really needs it. Now, a lot of people are saying they need to buff every other gun and not nerf these two. That's the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. Don't listen to these other YouTubers saying that that's what needs to be done. That is the opposite, because basically you do that, then there's going to be some other balancing issues, and there's really no point in using any other gun. It's just that these guns are a little too powerful for the power difference that guns are supposed to have. If you bring every gun up to the same level, like up, then everyone's dying super fast, and you're basically getting ghosts again, and people are complaining about the time to kill being too freaking fast again. You can't do that. You have to nerf them slightly. Really, all the BALZZ needs is to nerf the accuracy a little bit and the fire rate, and I think it's pretty good. But other than that, that's pretty much my main gripe. The connection's a little wonky sometimes. It could be a little bit better here and there. I do get some lag every now and again. And I did actually stream the game the other night, and I was playing with my cousin. We did a bunch of pubs, and I was struggling, man. I don't know why. I figured it was lag. I was like, something's up with the servers. I was struggling really bad to get kills going. I was still doing decent in some games. In fact, I might upload one as a stream highlight, because I got Warbird. I was like, whoa, my gosh, I'm doing good. Well, I went for an hour, shut the stream off, and I'm like, man, I really got to figure out what's wrong. Like, I played some games after that, and I couldn't figure out what was wrong, why I was doing so bad, why I was struggling. Come to find out, I accidentally turned auto-aim off. So, the lag isn't quite as bad as I originally thought when I actually, like, thought out this commentary. It's gotten a little bit better, but it's still pretty rough, and with connections and stuff like that. And then there's other glitches. Like, if you guys followed me back in Ghosts, I actually grinded free-for-all for a very long time. I was top 15 for a little bit, and then I gave up because I said I didn't have time. That wasn't exactly true. I always just said I just ran out of time. I couldn't keep up with the other people grinding. The reason why I quit doing that was because I hated Ghosts. I was stuck up for it because I wanted it to be good, but it sucked. And I'll say that now. It was horrible. It was frustrating. It was annoying. I did not like playing it. I did not enjoy it anymore, and that's why I stopped grinding free-for-all as much. I did kind of come back to it a little bit later on because I needed something to play, but it was still really obnoxious. This, on the other hand, I don't see myself getting sick of it as soon, but the problem is, when I was grinding the leaderboards, I got really close to top 100. I got, right before I hit first prestige, I think I was like 130th or something like that, and I was like, oh, sweet, I'm going to grind, I'm going to get top 100, and I'm going to go to bed, because it was like 11 o'clock at night. And I hit first prestige, and I played like six games after that. Before prestige, I was 140, I had 148,000 points. I was like, okay, cool. So I prestige and I played like 6 games. I went back. I still had 148,000 points. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, what's wrong? Why isn't it working? It hasn't been working since. Well, today I actually found out that if you prestige, it glitches out and your leaderboard, it does not count towards your leaderboard score anymore. So I do advise not prestiging until, if you care about your leaderboard score, I mean, don't prestige until they fix that glitch. It's really obnoxious, and also it resets like camo challenges, which are really hard to get. It just tons of issues. Resets your emblems, you got to remake them. So tons of issues like that, but I'm really confident they're going to fix them. But that's going to be the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.